still have with me the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Taraba State, retired Colonel Kefas Agbu. We're discussing the governorship race in Taraba State. All right, Colonel, I would like you to describe Governor Darius Ishaku as a governor and politician. What are those key projects of his administration that you would like to continue?
Thank you very much. Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku, when he came in, he told the people, give me peace and I will give you development. And one of the essential things he has done is to make sure that Taraba is relatively peaceful. And I think I will give him credit for that because I've been with him. Most times he's very open to suggestions and advice from people like us when it comes to security. And he's been able to do that. And after achieving that, he started some of the projects he has embarked on. The water projects, roads in various communities, education, improved education, health care centers. He's been able to revive some of the health care centers that were abandoned. He has done a lot on that. He ensured that almost all the communities are connected to water, to have good water, drinkable water, potable water. I think he's been able to do a lot of that. When it comes to infrastructure, yes, I'll call him an infrastructure governor. The only thing is the COVID and some of the challenges in the resources really slowed down some of those things that he was supposed to have done. But he picked up courage and started them. So definitely whatever he's unable to complete, I will, by the grace of God, complete it because it is for the people. So I think Governor Darius has done his best and is still doing his best. And I believe that we're going to build on what he has started so that we can move the state forward. So far, we are doing well, or he has done well. Thank you.
Yes, records show Governor Ishaku has done well in the area of water supply, but there are other areas that need water in the state. What is your water supply plan?
Just like you said, he has a plan already on ground. The places that he has been unable to reach, I'm going to pick up that plan and continue from there. So it's the same project, but getting to where he's unable to reach. So it's not going to be anything different from the water. It's to give them clean water. So he has started it. The template is there. So when we come in, I will key into that to ensure that the areas that he's unable to reach will reach there.
All right, then. So let's get back to security matters. There is a lot of insecurity in Taraba State. A traditional ruler once vowed to kill a bandit. As a retired colonel, how do you plan to address this problem?
Well, that situation is an unfortunate situation, but I think Taraba is better compared to other places. As a retired military officer, not only retired military officer, I retired from the intelligence corps of the Army. I will look at the strategy, the plans on ground, and I'm going to develop it. And this time around, we're going to build the strategies based on the threats, And already we're involving everybody because security is everybody's responsibility, from the unit to wards, to local government, and to the state. So we'll create that awareness and building a very good network of intelligence with collaboration with security forces, and ensuring that timely dissemination of such intelligence are being done to the appropriate quarters so that they can respond to them on time. And I'm going to follow that through. So we're going to review what they have done, the strategy on ground, and then add more technology, add more plans to it to see that we cover all these threats. Because these perpetrators, they are coming out with new ways of causing all this crime. So we'll look at their method, we'll be walking ahead of them and also following up the trend. And then we'll be able to make sure we get them at the right time. And I believe if we do that consistently, we're going to reduce it to the barest minimum. But when everybody is aware that security is everybody's responsibility, not only left in the hand of the government, I think we'll be able to take charge of the environment.
All right. Earlier, while reading out your plans for Taraba State, you mentioned agriculture. And for a fact, Taraba is a major food basket in our country. So what do you plan to do to boost agriculture production?
We will look at the area of mechanized farming. And we'll try as much as possible to identify our people that want to engage in farming activities. We'll look at what they can farm. Then we'll look for experts, give them little orientation, provide them with the necessary tools, seedlings, and all that is required for them, and then monitor them, and then ensure that we have a kind of a collection center, like warehouses, where some of these things will be centralized and be taken out to wherever they need them. So we're going to make sure both crops, animal farming, like cattle, rearing goods, sheep, chickens, fisheries, all these things. We're going to make sure that we get people that we can collaborate with to be able to form, to make the people to form cooperatives. Then we try to give them the necessary thing they need, empower them, and engage them, and also monitor them. So we're going to do that and be improving on it gradually. And I believe that before you know it, Taraba will be a food basket for the nation.
A little bit on this. Many people fear that the tea company in Kakara in the Mambila area could go under once Governor Ishaku leaves office. Tell us, what is your plan for Nigeria's sole tea production company?
Well, I don't know why they should be thinking that. Just like I said, we still have, apart from the tea, there are still other areas to also activate or improve on, or try to make sure that they come on board, like coffee and the rest. So the tea, we're going to make sure it continues. He has started a very good job by reviving that. Not only the tea, he also went into honey, palm oil, and the rest of things like that. So he has been reviving some of these things. So we'll make sure that we sustain it and even try to export them and make them to be known all over, because the tea is, there are a lot of testimonies on that. So we'll make sure we don't kill such a good vision. That is what we are looking out for, because it will provide a job opportunity for our people and the rest. So we cannot just destroy them. We want to get the youth out of street. We want to engage people. So when we have such laudable projects on ground, definitely we'll need to key into that. So let them not be afraid. We are not coming to vandalize. We are coming to build on what is on ground for the benefit of the people.
All right, so Mr. Kefas Agbu, we will continue this discussion right after this commercial break. Please don't go away. Welcome back to the final lap of the program, and we are still discussing Taraba governorship race with the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Taraba State, retired Colonel Kefas Agbu. All right, let's go on. Now, I must also say that Taraba has some of the most beautiful landscape in our country, and it is the coolest part of Nigeria. What do you plan to do to boost tourism?
Yes, you are coming into the area of tourism. So all these are in the plan of this administration. So because of a lot of issues, we've not been able to touch that. I will lay hold on the plans for a new Taraba, especially in the area of tourism. So we'll see how we can turn that place around, because that's an area that will really attract tourists, attract investors, and attract a lot of people internationally to Taraba. So we're going to look at that and see what we can do.
All right, let's talk about the presidential race now. How will you rate the chances of your party in the election?
Thank you very much. For the presidential race, of course, there's no comparison. PDP, by the grace of God, we are winning. His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is tested. He has the experience, and with all the people around him, especially his vice presidential candidate, I believe with people like us, we'll be able to make sure that we turn Nigeria around. For the election, there is no doubt PDP is coming back, because Nigerians need people like him at this point in time that we are, to be able to salvage whatever thing that have gone wrong in this country. And I believe that all of us love this country. So we are blessed with the best candidates among all the candidates. You know, and I know you believe that Atiku has all it takes to turn things around in this country. So PDP has the best presidential candidate, and I'm very optimistic that we're going to win this election, because Nigerians can't wait. They can't wait to see PDP coming back.
Well, but opinion polls continue to put Peter Obi of Labour Party ahead in this election. How worried are you as a party about this?
Actually, I'm not worried, because the opinion poll will not determine exactly what is going to happen on the 25th. So let us not just look at the opinion poll. Let's look at the people, look at the situation around, and judge what is going to happen. With what is on ground right now and the yearning of Nigeria, it's not all Nigerians. About 60% of Nigerians don't even have access to the opinion poll. Over 60%. So let's just look away from that and focus on reality on ground. So when you do that, you'll be convinced that PDP is going to win the presidential election.
All right. So talking about reality, many analysts also say votes for the Labour Party are indirectly votes for the PDP. Do you see this as a big challenge for you?
It's not a challenge. One thing with Nigerians, sometimes you can predict Nigerians, sometimes you cannot predict them. But I want to assure you that things are going to turn around. This next week we're going to enter before the election. So I'm not worried at all.
All right then, so let me allow you to describe INEC's preparation for the election so far. How would you rate it?
Well, I think I would say excellent, because they came up well ahead of time, and INEC is prepared to conduct the election. All that we need is to give them the enabling environment to be able to put us through in this exercise that is coming forth. But for preparation, very excellent. And I just pray that they'll be able to implement and carry out their plans effectively without any distraction from anywhere.
All right, Mr. Agbu. Now, on a final note, what parting message do you have for the people of Taraba State?
One, I want to thank the people of Taraba for this opportunity, especially the PDP family. And I want to assure them that a new Taraba is on the way. They should sum up courage, come out in their numbers, and vote for PDP, just as they've always done. And I believe that will not disappoint them. So I want to thank them once again.
All right. Thank you very much, retired Colonel Kefas Agbu, candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Taraba State. Thank you very much for coming on Politics Tonight, and thank you for sharing with us your agenda for Taraba State.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.